Now, of course, instead of blaming herself for her pretty bad takes and them going viral and her facing backlash, she is saying it is everybody else's fault that sometimes she's highly criticized. This is a Dot Esports article. It says Pokimane said she will stream for the first time on YouTube, reconfirming that she has not re-signed an exclusivity deal with Twitch and is free to stream wherever she likes. Now, of course, as a content creator myself on YouTube, I think that YouTube is a pretty good platform. I personally wouldn't want to deal with Twitch and the fact that they are constantly not actually giving platforms a stable environment. And 1 minute you might be their favorite, then the next minute they might hate you, they might ban you, and then of course they change their rules around but aren't actually clear and concise on what their guidelines are.
Hold on. Wow. That's crazy though. I had no idea Twitch was like that, to be fair. I've always hated their monetary or their monetized policy or monetized guidelines. I don't know what it's called, but basically the split. They get 50, you get 50. I was never a fan of that idea because I'm putting in most of the work. It's not even like you're giving me free promotion. So why do you get 50% of what I make? But anyways, it's really crazy that they can switch up on you just like that. And I've seen a number of streamers move away from the platform, to be fair. So I can't say that this streamer is making a bad choice by ditching that exclusivity deal. And I really believe that YouTube is a better place. They're reliable when it comes on to certain aspects, and it's a better deal. I think it's now 60-40 or 65-35. Last time I know it was 70-30, but I think it changed. I really hope they don't start becoming like Twitch, bro, because it's so hard to grow on YouTube. And when you become monetized, you don't want to have to like feel as if you're going down that same path of growing, but the difference is you're trying to make money, you know? But anyways, that's just my opinion. And this girl, she lacks accountability, but let's see what she has to say.
I wouldn't want to deal with that, but it says the popular content creator has streamed exclusively on Twitch for several years, but will begin to test the waters and stream on potentially multiple platforms, which is great for her. That's her business choice. But instead of just saying, oh, I've decided to broaden my horizons and see if the pastures are truly greener on the other side, she has decided to blame men for this decision. For the last couple of years, is it just me, or yeah, do you guys also feel like it has regressed a lot, she said, of Twitch's community on a new episode of her podcast, and especially with the rise of so much manosphere red pill bullshit, I feel that stuff has flourished within the male-dominating live streaming sphere of things. Manosphere? That is complete feminist rhetoric.
Bruh, like, what the fuck is a manosphere? And what does she mean within male dominated live streaming field? Bruh, live streaming is not run or controlled by men. Even when it comes on to streaming or content creation, females grow exponentially quicker than males do. And females generally get more support than males do. So I don't understand what she means by that because at the end of the day, if you're streaming and the people who are watching you aren't supporting you or they're leaving the stream after a while, it just means that they're not gravitating to your energy. Is you're not keeping their attention, and nothing is wrong with that because at the end of the day, everybody will find somebody that they like or they gravitate to, whether it's a friend or your entertainer or whatnot. You have to provide something for those viewers to stick around. You know what I'm saying? So all of this is just giving me feminist vibes and very much lack of accountability. it just writes all over it that she's just looking for somebody to blame, somebody for her, somebody to take the hit for her publicly for whatever she's planning to do. And that's just not okay, man. Like, don't blame us for shit that we didn't do.
Rick. And I mean, I can't be surprised, right? It's the online demographic that skews males the most. So, of course, manosphere stuff would kind of perform better there. And you guys already know who and what I'm talking about. Oh, yes, we do. She is attacking the larger male streamers on the platform like XQC and Asmongold. She is accusing these guys of what, just trying to be entertaining? They do these things not to be mean or make people uncomfortable or to get their audiences to attack the individuals they talk about, but just because she doesn't find it entertaining and she doesn't think that their audiences and communities are healthy, she's attacking them. She went on to talk about how this kind of bigotry and shit spewing is normalized on Twitch from some of the most popular and well established, typically male creators, and it makes it hard for her to exist in an industry and community and watch that shit happen and act like it's no big deal.
Bruh, like, she's just complaining a lot. And even after so many years of streaming on the platform, like, why is this now an issue, and when did this become an issue? Like, I don't think the issue is male streamers. She probably has something personal with one of them streamers. You know what I'm saying? Probably some personal experience. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking, because out of nowhere you're gonna come out and say shit like this. It's kind of crazy. It is crazy to think about, because nobody is stopping you from getting viewers or donations or whatnot. Nobody is hindering your growth on the platform. You've been on the platform for years. So I don't get it, man. Like, females these days are just, I don't even know how to describe it, but if you know.
Now, after reading this a couple of times, I am just so disappointed that she is one of the largest female streamers out there because
Right.
she, in no way, shape, or form, understands the internet. We all know that there are tons of trolls that go into live
Mm-hmm.
streams just to try to cause a ruckus, right? I stream 4 times a week and trolls constantly come into my stream. It's part of the game, and by calling them out,
Mm-hmm.
you're giving attention to them.
Right.
But to call out others who are simply trying to entertain their audiences is absolutely pathetic. Why not just focus on your own content, building the
Exactly.
audience you like, and move on? They are not the ones creating the trolls that are coming after you. When you become famous, you will always have detractors. You've just got to grow up and deal with it. When you let them get to you, if you let them know that they've won, and let's be honest, she's had a lot of bad takes, they are going to continue to come after you. If you say something ridiculous, you are going to get roasted for
That's
it the
true.
exact same way that a male creator would. And just because you're a female creator does not mean that you receive more backlash because of your bad takes. No, you are receiving the same amount that they would, and if they have a larger audience than you, they are going to also be receiving more backlash. That's just the way that it goes. That's the way streaming is. And again, when you say something dumb online, you are going to get backlash. It is the internet. It's the way that it works. The more bad takes you have, the more detractors you'll have. But instead, she just tries to play on gender here, saying, oh, it's just the manosphere and I have to leave Twitch because they're not nice to women.
All right, so I want to speak on what she said about, you know, when you're famous, because the thing is, what a lot of people or creators don't understand is, when you're growing, when you're getting big, or when you get big, or on your journey of getting big on social media, you have to strengthen your mind, bro. Because the bigger you are, the more exposed you're going to be to a lot of people. And you will have people who just come to fuck around, come to try to piss you off, come for attention. But you have to be mature enough and have self control to not, give them that time of day that they're looking for. Because the truth is, drama grows quickly on social media. If somebody wants to go viral or blow up doing something dramatic or something outrageous, is an easy way to go, let's be honest. Because it doesn't matter what you're doing, somebody's always gonna come and try to bullshit you or try to fuck around. But you have to be the one. I mean, at the end of the day, you're the one that's in control. So you gotta be the one to like focus on what you're doing rather than focusing on what others are doing. Now, these people that she's trying to call or she's calling out, they don't even care what she's doing. But at the same time, she get like I don't get it, man. Like, just focus on you, do you, and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. She has been making money on the platform for a long time. So why all of a sudden you're gonna start blaming men that they're the problem for this and that, bro? Man, like I don't. You're gonna blame men and then depend on men for their donations when you stream on the same platform or other platforms. Like, just shut the fuck up and work on your bag. Work on your bag. Go get your money. Work on the community that you want and your audience, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You just have to learn from your mistakes and stop being so easily distracted by what people say about you. Because at the end of the day, someone's perception of you is not your reality. And if you know something is true, then if you know something is true or a lie, if you know it's a lie, you don't need to actually pay it any energy. If something is true and you feel like you want to address it, then that's on you. But at the end of the day, you just gotta keep your head up and do what you need to do. That's what you gotta do.
Sure, I'm not as big as her, but I've had my fair share of backlash over my takes and trolls who try to get me upset. I just move on because it's the internet. People troll me or
Exactly.
criticize my takes, and I don't really care. That doesn't stem from what another creator's doing, it's because of what I
I
do,
did
and I
right.
accept that. Of course, back and forth drama can and does happen between social media personalities, and fans of each person will go after the other person, but in general, there isn't a massive general audience of people being created by the types of streamers that she's
Right.
talking about and that she's targeting with her bullshit feminist rhetoric. And let's be honest, Pokimane is no stranger to controversy, and she says and does things that she must know are going to face backlash and
Right.
ultimately get her being talked about, because just a few months ago she had the cookie debate. I know math is hard when you're an idiot. Pokimane slams broke boys for criticizing cost of her cookies minus snacks.
Wow. Wow. And yet, bro, like, I'm telling you, man, like, you can't make this shit up if you tried. Why would you say that? I know math is hard when you're an idiot. Like, of course, people are gonna come at you for saying something like that because it's not even in a case where it's something that you're like supposed to know. Math is something that you learn and you have to practice to get good at it. And not everyone is quick to understand math. Some people just cannot get it. That doesn't mean they're stupid because they can or do excel in other areas. Not everybody's the same and not everybody possesses the same abilities and skills. It's so stupid and idiotic and ignorant to say something like that. And then you're going to say broke boys because they're criticizing the cost of your cookies. I mean, if your cookies are expensive, they're expensive. If they're cheap, they're cheap. Regardless of whether they're cheap or expensive, people are going to talk. People are going to have something to say. And if they taste good or taste bad, people are going to have something to say. So, bro, man. So I'm broke just because I find the price of your cookies high. Some people out here actually manage their money and budget their money and actually care about where every dollar goes. Not everybody's out here spending recklessly and trying to waste money. And I'm just saying that as one or two perspectives of where this idea, came from or whatnot. So, yo, it's she says shit like this and then gonna complain about what other streamers are doing on their stream. The audacity, man.
She should have just came out and said, if you do not want to spend the money or you cannot afford to spend the money on them, don't. They're cookies. That would have been fine. Everybody would have applauded her saying, wow, actually a level-headed take. But instead she called people an idiot for trying to either, in some cases, break down the cost and say I could purchase cookies that are very similar for a cheaper price, or people just trying to say, listen, why would I want to spend money on your product? At the end of the day, it's not like it's something that I can have forever,
Right.
like a shirt or a mug or a mouse pad. It's cookies. And she took it personally, and that's the number one rule of the internet. Do not take things personally, or else the internet is going to eat you alive. But it's like she does things and says things that of course are going to get people talking about her. Maybe she also said this so that people would talk about her,
Right. I
but
was gonna say
it
that.
just does not look good for her. And even if people are talking, I personally do not I don't subscribe to the theory of all press is good press, even negative press, because yeah, you are getting absolutely destroyed.
Now, I just want to say that, yeah, she could be doing all of this shit just for attention, just to be seen, just to spread the awareness to the community and her audience that, she is branching off to other platforms. But I don't know. She's the one who knows what she's doing, but that's just speculation. It's just an idea. Well, guys, drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Let me know what you think about all of this. If you have watched Pokemon, let me know what you think about her. If you haven't subscribed, now is a great time to do so. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.